Today, I'm going to show you the best Nintendo Switch emulator for Android, Eden V4 Switch Emulator. If you've been following the development, you know this emulator has been improving rapidly, and this is the first fully stable version released after 3 release candidate updates. Whether you want to play your favorite Switch games on a low-end phone or push a high-end device to its limits, Eden V4 brings a lot to the table. In this video, I'll show you the full setup, the best settings, and run game tests to see how it performs. Let's jump right in. Before we start, let's quickly go over what you need. You'll require the Eden emulator, prod.keys, Nintendo Switch firmware file, and your own Switch games, so make sure everything is ready. When you open Eden for the first time, you'll notice the new setup UI, which is much cleaner and simpler than previous versions. On the first screen, just enable notifications and tap Next. On the second screen, all setup options are now placed on a single page. First, install the prod.keys from your storage. Next, install the firmware file. This step may take some time, so be patient. After that, set up your game directory, which supports both XCI and NSP files. Once this is done, you'll land on the home screen and your games will appear there. Now let's move into the settings, because this is where performance really improves. Open Advanced Settings, then go into System Settings. Here, find Limit Speed and set it to 200%. This allows the emulator to fully use your phone's performance and helps achieve up to 60 FPS in supported games. Scroll down to the bottom, tap on Web Token, and generate a code. After that, open Web Username and enter any name you like. These options are required for online-related features. Next, go back to Advanced Settings and open Graphics Settings. Set the accuracy level to Performance, which is a new and important change in Eden V4. For resolution, choose Balanced 1x, and if you're using a low-end device, select 0.75x instead. Do not enable Force Maximum Clocks, as it doesn't give any real performance boost and can cause heavy heating. Enable Asynchronous Shaders, set V-Sync mode to Immediate basically turned off, and scroll down to set Aspect Ratio to Stretch to Window. After that, return to Advanced Settings again. You'll see the Device Overlay option, which shows device system information on the screen. I personally keep this turned off, but you can enable it if you want to see system details. Now open Eden's Veil settings. Set Extended Dynamic State to 1 or 2, depending on how powerful your device is. Scroll down a bit further and set VRAM usage mode to aggressive. These settings help improve stability in many games. Now go back to the main settings and open the GPU driver section. This step is only for Snapdragon devices. Tap Fetch to check the recommended driver. In my case, it suggests Mr. Purple Turnip T22, which I installed because it works best for my device. Set the driver and you're done. If you're using Snapdragon 8 Elite or any unsupported processor, just stick with the system driver. With everything set up, let's test some games. First, I tried Dragon Ball FighterZ, and as expected, the game runs very smoothly. The gameplay feels more stable overall, with FPS consistently staying between 55 to 60, which makes the experience really enjoyable. There isn't a huge performance boost compared to older versions, but the improved stability and smoothness are clearly noticeable, making the game feel better to play. Next, I tested Pokemon Legends Z-A. At the beginning, the game runs at around 35 to 40 FPS, and the gameplay feels smooth during the early sections. However, once you enter the open world area, the screen turns completely blank while the game audio continues in the background. This may look like a game bug, but it's actually caused by the emulator settings. To fix this issue, go to Eden's Veil settings and turn off Extended Dynamic State, which we enabled earlier. After disabling it, the game becomes fully playable. Performance-wise, you can expect around 30 to 35 FPS in closed areas and about 25 FPS in the open world. While the game is playable, there are still some minor background graphical fluctuations, but overall, the experience is stable enough to enjoy. Finally, I tested The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The game looks beautiful, and the visual quality is really impressive even on mobile. It runs at around 25 FPS, which remains stable and completely playable without any major stutters or sudden drops. If you use FPS boost mods, you can easily reach 55 to 60 FPS, but this test was done fully without any mods to show the emulator's real performance, and personally, I really enjoy playing this game. For users with Snapdragon 8 Elite and the new 8 Elite Gen 5 processors, the performance potential is already there and can be similar to what you're seeing here. You just need to wait for compatible GPU drivers to get the best results. Overall, this is the final stable version of Eden V4. Performance feels very similar to the V4 RC update, and the developers have already mentioned that there is no major performance boost in this release. Still, with better stability, a cleaner setup UI, and multiple bug fixes, Eden V4 Stable is currently one of the best Nintendo Switch emulation options available on Android. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates and guides on the latest emulators and gaming tech. Thanks for